Sunday, October 3rd. I went to bed. My arms are hurting, but I know it's because I was lagging it on my notes. So I'm just like, I turned in most of my notes. I just have the one from yesterday, the client I had from yesterday, but why was I recording? Oh, so I recorded yesterday about that dream, right? The connection that I made with the dream that I posted, and then the dream that I just had a couple days ago. So the Zoom meeting that I had, it was great. I love connecting with old friends, and she was updating me what was going on, and I was telling her, I'm like, I don't know what's really going on. I get whiffs here and there, right? But it's what I predicted. So no, so for you guys, for the few of you that followed me from the beginning, I had a dream about my place, my old place of work. I had a dream. And in this dream, I was there. And when I say that I'm there, it could be that I'm not really there. It could be that I'm just seeing things unfold, right? But I don't physically see myself in that experience. I'm just seeing it. So I don't know if it's just my energy over, like I'm like flying over. But I'm just seeing it. And in this dream, it was a house, and my old supervisor, my old program manager, was there, and she was taking care of this baby who had Down syndrome, and she was leaving to try to find the finances, that's the impression that I got, to help sustain the future of this baby. And there was a storm that was coming. I had that dream. I'd have to look back, but I think it was earlier this year, because it was after I left. I left in December, at the end of last year. So I had this dream, and I shared this dream with my program manager, and I thought it was weird, because I'm just like, I know she doesn't have a baby that has Down syndrome. And at that point in time, I was just like, this is weird. The funny thing, though, is that I knew what it meant. I knew what it meant. I just pretended like I didn't. So yesterday, I'm getting an update. And it's exactly what I thought it would be. The baby that had Down syndrome is the agency. It's the agency. And there's this worry of having to find the resources to help sustain it, because something was coming, or there was going to be this tower moment, if you will, right? Like this, something was coming. So she's describing what's happening, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I predicted it. Wow, predicted it. Wow. I mean, I thought it was only going to be like, I mean, I've mentioned this before in the sense that I shared it with someone else who also has dreams, and they immediately got it. But it wasn't really confirmation that it was happening until last night. So I was just like, okay. So that happened. So then, the dream that I had more recently, when will that happen? This clearing. Or was it really a clearing? Now I'm wondering, was it really this clearing of people? Or, because I was explaining, so I called my sister and I apologized for freaking her out. and she had shared, and I was like, I know you're avoiding me. And she's like, you know why? I'm like, I'm sorry, I just panicked. And I apologized. I'm like, I need to be more mindful with my words. I just got nervous. I didn't know what it meant. And she's like, I know, but don't do that to me again. I'm like, okay. I apologized, and then I was sharing her dream and the role that she played in that dream, what it meant symbolically, right? And then I said to her, I said, this journey that I'm documenting, I'm showing people the way. I'm showing people what they need to do to embrace the unknown, to tap into their own inner voice, inner calling, really, to listen to the advice, to listen and not be afraid to walk into the unknown. I'm showing people what they need to do, how it's going to look to a certain degree, right? Because we're all on this pendulum of intensity. I'm showing people the way, if they have not already experienced it for themselves, right? This is just the visual representation of one possible avenue. And then I said to her, it's going to unfold a little bit differently for each person, because each person has their own path to follow, has their own destiny to follow, right? Their soul has a plan for that, if you choose to believe. So now I'm still reflecting on this dream, right? Because there's an essence of just like, okay, was it really a clearing? I mean, it felt like there was this, I don't know if it was because I took it as a clearing because of the movement of the water kind of like clearing out to a certain degree, or if it was just symbolic of not so much of a clearing, but because there was this group, the helpers, right? They were in a room. They were not, the influence was not like they were safe. They were safe. There was no, but there was this level of awareness, like this safety almost. But and with these two groups, right? The group of the people in the boat over the waterfall that was the force was tipping over this boat, and the water also, when it tipped over the boat or was tipping over the boat, the water also pushed some people onto this. I don't know if they pushed. Yeah, there was few people. The water kind of went over land, and then there were people there, but they were wandering and they were lost. And I felt like the influence was there too, right? So maybe it's not, I don't know if it's a clearing per se, but more just this awareness. So the people, right, that are aware of the force, right? The force that the boat is tipping over, and they're just fighting it instead of going with it. They're just fighting it. There's resistance, right? So there's just an awareness of this energy of what's being unfolded. And then the people over here, the energy wasn't so much there though. It was just, they were wandering and there was lost. But the doors, only two of the places had doors. Like not the middle one. I mean, they were just, maybe because it was a choice. They already made their choice of resisting, of pushing it away. it's been reflecting on it, then wondering, like, was it really a clearing, or was it just a description of the three groups of people? And nothing more than just a description of three groups of people and how they're responding. So that's what I was thinking about this morning as I lay in bed for a few hours. Because it was a few hours. It's already 9. I've been up since like 3, 4. It's October 3rd. I'm gonna respond to this fire sign and just let him go. Moving on. Learn the lesson, right? And just, being honest, like, I've been sitting with your message for the past week, wondering what you're not saying. Being honest, wondering what you're not saying. And then I'm also being honest, like, and then I remembered a few interactions, and I was like, okay, it is what it is. I wish you the best. Hope you stay balanced. Take care. That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna clean today, because, it's winter now, or not winter, fall. And I found a lovely brown spider, a wolf spider, crawling towards me. The restroom again. I was like, really? We're back at that? And then I was like, oh, that's right. It's October. It's October. And I saw an article that they'll be coming in. So I did the usual. Got my glass with the paper underneath. Took the little sucker outside, and let it go. So hopefully it doesn't find its way back. That was a big sucker too. But I'm glad I'm not afraid of them like I used to be. I used to be afraid of spiders a lot. I lost track of Patricia and Charlotte and, Patitas. I saw Patitas not too long ago. I saw her. I was like, okay, you're still here. It was funny. But that's what I've been thinking about, just that, and what I'm gonna do today. And then I'm gonna re-edit my poems and then submit those and finish the birth chart class. Put my clothes away from when I went washing over a week ago that I have yet to put away, and then just clean and go for a walk and just enjoy Sunday. It's gonna be a nice day today, so just walk around and maybe go to the store. Maybe look for a new book. Maybe I'll go to one of the bookstores. Maybe that's what we'll do too, and just check out one of those books, the birth chart reading books. See if I can find something a little different. And yeah, that's all. Just wanted to share on that. Bye. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level,
documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience, and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me. So